Hi everyone, Slangel here from Slangel Designs, and today we're going to do just a quick little fun project. I'm currently working on some of these for the craft fair I'm going to be in November, and this is the bead stitch keychain. Now, the materials you're going to need for this is a 3.5mm crochet hook, scissors, your yarn needle. You need a keychain clip, a 1-inch one. Now, I got these off Amazon, and I will put the link to it in the description of the video. When it comes in two pieces. There's the ring, so if you want to just use the ring you can, but then there's what they call the lobster claw that you just slide back on there. So they're not that expensive, and again, I'll put the link to that in the description of the video, as well as the link to the PDF pattern that you can download for free. And it calls for worsted weight cotton yarn. So for this one, I thought I'd use this color. This is the Sugars and Cream by Lily. I got this at Michael's, and it's a number 4. You'll see, and it's 100% cotton, just so that it's not like it doesn't stretch on you. So, and this works out like super nice, super easy. So that's what we're going to be working on today. I just thought, because we're coming up to the end of one of our other projects there, so I thought I'd just throw this one in here for fun. It's a long weekend here, and I think it is in the States as well. So we're going to jump right into this. This is super simple, okay? It says it's an advanced beginner for skill level, but I think it's more like a beginner. The only reason I think they say it's the advanced is because of the bead stitch, and I'll show you slowly how to do that a couple of times. So to start off, you can make this as long as you want, okay? If you want to, it ends up being about 5, I would say 5 inches in length. Let me just double check that for you with my little tape. Oh no, it's about 7. But I used a bigger crochet hook for this one because I was going to try to make it look a little bit more detailed just for the video for demonstration purposes. But it ends up being pretty thick. So I had used a 4.0mm hook for that one, and I think it ended up being a little too big, so I did bring it back down to the 3.5 that I called for. So if you want to make, like, you can make like a lanyard length, where, you know, those ones that you hang around your neck. The big thing is you can do it, it has to be in multiples, like an odd number, okay? So, and in this case, your chain 2 counts as your stitch as well. So as long as you do any kind of odd number to start, you're fine. I'm going to follow the instructions that are written in the pattern. So it wants me to chain 49. So that's just yarn over, pull through. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Actually, meet me back here when you've got your chain done, and we'll pick up from the next spot. Okay, so I've got my chain of 49, and hopefully you have yours as well, or whatever length it is you're doing. Now, for the first step, what we're going to do is we're going to single crochet in the second chain from your hook. So the chain on your hook does not count. So 1, 2, okay? So that's your hook in, yarn over, pull up your loop, yarn over, and pull through both. That's your single crochet. Hook into the next one, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, and pull through both loops, another single crochet. So it wants you to single crochet across till the end, and that'll give you 48 single crochets. Okay, so if you want to pause your video and press play when you reach the end, and we'll pick up for row 2. Okay, welcome back. So you've got your single crochet row done, and you should have 48. And if you're not sure, just go back and count the top of your stitches and just see, okay? So now what we want to do for row 2 is we want to chain 2, 1 and 2, turn our work. I'm just going to pull out some extra yarn here. Turn our work. Now, that out of the way there. You're going to see here, it says to double crochet in the next stitch. On the pattern description, I show you, if I take your next stitch is not this one, you're going to go in here with your double crochet, okay? You see that there? You're going to go into there. So you're going to yarn over, put your hook in, yarn over and pull your loop through. You have 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2. That's your double crochet made. I'll put the link to the double crochet tutorial in case anybody needs any of that as well as a refresher, or if you're still just learning. Now, the bead stitch. This is what you're going to do for that. And it involves that double crochet we just made, okay? You're going to yarn over, put your hook in around that double crochet, yarn over and pull up a loop. You're going to do that again. Yarn over, in behind the double crochet, yarn over and pull up the loop, and one more time for a total of 3 times you're going to do that. Now, so you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 loops on your hook, okay? You're going to yarn over, pull through all but the last one. So that leaves you with 2 loops on your hook. Then you're going to yarn over and pull through those 2. Then you're going to skip the next stitch and put a double crochet in the next one. Then we're going to do another bead stitch, which is yarn over, hook in behind that double crochet, yarn over and pull up your loop. So you have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, in behind the double crochet, yarn over and pull it up. Now you got 5, yarn over, pull up. Now you got 7, yarn over, pull through. Sometimes it's hard with this cotton yarn because it likes to split. There we go. So I've got my 2 loops on my hook, yarn over and pull through 2. Then you're going to repeat across. You're going to skip the next stitch, double crochet into the next one, put a bead stitch around that again. So yarn over, put your hook back there, yarn over, pull it up, and do that for a total of 3 times. So now you've got 7 loops on your hook, and try to make your loops fairly uniform, okay? Yarn over and pull through the 6 so that you have 2 loops left on your hook. Yarn over and pull through those 2 loops. That's your bead stitch done. Make a double crochet after you skip a stitch. And you're going to repeat this all the way to the end, okay? And so I want you to press pause, and I want you to get till you get about the last 3 or 4 stitches left, and I'll meet you back there after that, okay? Be right back. Okay, so you've done your bead stitch, repeat along to the end of your row. You've got a last few left, so I'm going to skip my next stitch, put my bead stitch in, or my double crochet, sorry, followed by my bead stitch. I'll do this a little quicker just because by this point you probably have done enough that you've did all right. So then we're going to yarn over, skip stitch. In the last stitch, you're going to put your double crochet. And that will finish off round 2. And you can see that's what you're going to end up with at the end of round 2. Now for round 3, you're going to chain 1, turn your work, single crochet in the first stitch and every stitch across. And again, the link to the tutorial for the single and the double crochet will be in the description. So I want you to put me on pause again, and I want you to work your way across and meet me at the end. I'm going to show you how to finish off the keychain and how to assemble it to the key ring, or with the way I do it. There's a couple of options, okay? So just press pause and I'll meet you back here in a couple minutes. Okay, So I just finished doing my single crochet across for my row 3. Now there's 2 ways you can do this for attaching the keychain. You'll notice I didn't finish off, I didn't fasten off my work just yet, and I had left a fairly long little tail at the beginning, and here's why. So what the instructions originally say to do is you take your keychain, and this part doesn't change. You're going to put your keychain, you're going to put your band through your keychain hole, okay? And just leave that be. Now, what it has you to do is fold your right side, so that your right sides are out, and it has you slip stitch the 2 ends together. I find that makes it fairly bulky. So what I do is I just kind of pull this out so that I don't lose it. And this tail that I left at the beginning, I attach my yarn needle to it. And then I just go in one end, then come back through and go through the other side. I'm basically whip stitching it together so that it's not so bulky. And I find it sits better. And I'll show you how I finish off the other part as well. So that's my working yarn that's still attached. Then I come back in. My fingers aren't working very well today. Come back in and just kind of, I'm going to knot this a little bit. Catch that loop there. And it doesn't have to be a perfect, and I'm not worrying about cutting that off because you're going to see what we're going to do here, okay? So now I'm going to put my hook back in. Pull my loop tight. I'm going to make a fairly long tail. I'd say about 12 inches long. And I'm going to put my yarn needle on that. Now, we're going to secure this now by just putting our yarn needle through. Take our hook out. And that's going to, and then just pinch it and pull it so it's good and tight. Now, what you want to do, so you've got your little tail from before, and this is where we just fastened off with our nice long tail. We're going to take this key ring up to there. So you can see how now it's not so bulky right here. If you did that slip stitch the 2 ends together, it gets quite bulky and it's kind of annoying. So we've got our little tail, which I'm just going to kind of hold down here. And we've got our really long tail with our needle on it. Now, what I'm going to do, and depending on if you're left-handed, right-handed, or what's more comfortable for you, I'm going to take this yarn and just start winding it around and give it a nice little tug every so often. And I'm going to just keep doing that, trying not to get the little lobster claw part stuck in it, until I get a nice little base. Okay, so then I'm going to go up through. I'm going to come back. I'm not going in through the exact, I'm skipping one little loop and I'm going back down in. And then I'm going to kind of push it through to the other side and give it a nice little pull. I'm going to go up through. I'm going to go back down in, but again, I'm going down and through, so I'm not coming in through the same way, so that when I pull my yarn through, I'm not going to just pull it right back out. Then I'm going to give it a little knot at the base. Just kind of grab one of the little loops as best you can. And secure that. Then we're going to go back up. And then we're going to snip that off. We're going to come around. We can safely snip that off because we put that in through. And there's our keychain. There you go. Fairly straightforward. And it's up to you if you want to do, I just find that gives it a nice little finished look. So yeah, that's the bead stitch keychain. You can do it, the cotton yarn is what keeps it nice and secure. So this was with the 3.5 millimeter hook, and this was with the 4. So you can see there's a slight difference in size. Not a huge difference, but just enough. And they're about the same width. So yeah, that is the bead stitch keychain. So if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them in the comment section. And I do check them on the regular, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. I appreciate you watching, and I would love to see it if you make it, a keychain, how it turned out. I'd also love to hear where you're watching from. It's always interesting to see just how far everybody's at. So again, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share the video if you have anybody that you think might be interested in it. So yeah, that's the bead stitch keychain. They make a nice little gift or a little stocking stuffer as well. So until next time, thank you for watching again. And I know I'm kind of rambling. I apologize. I'm tired. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you and take care.